Greetings RC fans, Sharky here and welcome back to Sharky's Garage for another RC unboxing. And this one was triggered by my visit to Wicksteed Model Show. Now, last year I bought the mini Jetboat and I had fun with that, and you remember I tested it in the hot tub while I was on holiday, and I took it to SST and had fun with it there. A few weeks ago, you will have seen on, I think it was on a Wednesday, I put it out, the little model hovercraft that I picked up as a result of this. You also saw I had a canoe a while back. So my plan is that this I'm planning to take to Wicksteed, to the model boating lake, and run it there. I wanted something a little bit more scale. This is a Jetboat. It is from the same company that made the SeaGod 6, the mini jet boat that I did last year. This one is a rescue boat, SNIG Rescue International Rescue. Anyway, before we get into the main part of the video, don't forget to do the usual things like comment and subscribe. Right, it's early morning, so it's coffee time. I was looking for something that was going to be a little bit more scale to run on the boating lake at Wicksteed. I'm planning to take all of them out there. I've already got the canoe out, the hovercraft. I'm probably going to take the hovercraft to the skate park in the next few days, hopefully. But anyway, on to this one. People say I take too long on the boxes, but I think the box gives us some details. It's 2.4 gigahertz. It's RTR. It includes a 1S battery. It is a 3.7 volt, 550 amp lithium ion. It's 2.4 gigahertz. It's fully proportional. There are two color schemes. There is a black and red, and then there is a white and orange. I went for the white and orange because I thought it made more sense. Turbojet driving, and where is it? It is TyXin, the same company that made the SeaGod 6 jet boat, so it's probably the same system in it. It is running a brushless 1503 motor, so again, potentially at some point I am planning to run it on 2S. But it may be that I will do the 2S conversion on the SeaGod 6 as opposed to this one, because this one could probably, you know, scale-wise should be a little bit slower. It's talking about a control radius of 50 meters. It's talking about a charge time of 120 minutes, 2 hours, and a run time of about 18 minutes. Now, obviously, I've got several of these batteries. There is an aircraft that I've got that you haven't seen a video for yet because I need some help with flying it, and I'm waiting for a friend to be available so that I can go out and film with him, so he can fly it, I can film. But that's got a load of these batteries in, so I've got several of these batteries and do it. It's saying 8 kilometers an hour. I'm not going to put the GPS meter on it because I don't want to risk losing it in the lake. It'd be worse losing this, but you know, that's an expensive bit of kit to replace. It does have a thing that when the lights are flashing, that shows that it's a low battery warning. The brushless 1503 motor, we'll see how that works. So let's get it out of the box, get it out of the plastic, get rid of the plastic and all of that, and get into the actual crux of it. So let me move you up. So this is the TX694. And the Jetboat was the TX693. Now, a lot of detail. It says it doesn't need anything, but we've got lots of little parts wrapped up that need to go on it. It's the instructions and stickers. I have already charged the battery. I have pulled out two AA batteries, which are what we need for the handset. The boat itself, and then it has a separate part that comes on the front here, which is the captain's area. Obviously, I may not fully attach that at this time. I may just sit it on because I may paint and detail it depending on how we go. Just as a comparison, if I can reach the other one, this is the SeaGod 6. It looks, this one's a bit longer. it's narrower, so this should cut through the water a bit differently. I'll show you a comparison towards the end. So we'll get everything all out and come back to you with all the parts out. Right, I've pulled everything out of the box. You can see everything there. You can see it comes with the stand, it comes with the stickers, it comes with the instructions in English, and it's also in Chinese on the other side on how to put it together. We've got side railings, which I will glue in. We've got the hook mechanism for recovery, which sort of sits in the middle here. We've got some other covers, portal covers. We've got the life buoys to go on the side, which need some little white stickers on. Some other little bits and pieces of hooks and such like that. There's a flying bridge to go on the top here and a little ladder to go on the side. The stickers, high-speed boat, SNIG, very fast, bailout, some, not quite sure what these orange bits are, whether they're deck detailing, I'll have a look, but that all to go on. Here is the tiny little battery. I don't know whether you can focus on that. That's better. I changed it at the zoom level. So it's a 0.35 watt hour, 550 milliamp, 3.7 volt 1S with a charger. I have charged it up. It does come with a screwdriver. You need two AA batteries for this. You've got an indicator light, you've got a trim switch, and you've got a power on and off, and then it's forward and backwards, but it is fully proportional. The boat itself, the bridge, as I say, clips in there. I don't know whether I'm going to fully clip that in or whether I'm going to detail it or quite what, because this all sort of comes apart at the minute. Those come out of there, that comes off. This comes in, there's a steering wheel, so I'm guessing that's somewhere. It's all sort of really nice and modular, and you can get a lot of detail into this to make it quite a detailed build, which I think will fit nicely with the scale guys. Obviously that sits in there like so. It's longer, it's got a swim deck on the back, it's got the same sort of jet drive on there. These on the side you turn. Ooh, caught it with my chest there, well done Sharky. So these you turn sideways like this, and then you can take it out. You can see there is an area there for the water ingress, but it's a nice seal up here, and the battery sits up here, so there is room to get a bigger battery in there. And that on there, let me put that back on there. So it's got two clips there, turn that sideways, and that locks it in like so. You can see the intake there with the grate on it, but it looks good. Right, I'm going to spend some time off camera. I'm going to put some of the detailing on it. I'm going to put some stickers on it, and then I'm going to come back to you when I've got it all up and sorted. And several hours later, after disappearing down a rabbit hole of scale, we're almost back together. So before, if you remember, the whole of the back of this bit was grey. I've painted it white. All the rest of the bits, these bits were all grey. This was grey on the back here, so I painted that white and then put the swim step bit on the back black. I've gunmetaled there. These top bits, this bit, and the bit on there. These transfers are an absolute pain in the backside to do. I have on certain places put some super glue in to hold it in place. So I thought I'd just record a little bit. I've done my blue in the centre of the steering wheel. I haven't detailed the end of that. I'm not going to glue this in so that this can be taken out, so that, you know, if Keldon wants to do some work for me and wants to detail this up for me and make it a lot better than it is, I can get him to do it. But I thought that is going to look a lot better on there like that. I've only put one Sharky's Garage sticker on it because it just didn't thing. I haven't taken the clears off of these ones because they're a pain in the backside and they'll come off at some point, but I'm just leaving them to dry in place. I'll get all the rest of this put together and then I'll come back to you in a second. Right, it's all done. So I haven't glued the front bit in, but you can see there I've gunmetaled there and put that on there. You can see the captain's seat has been detailed, the horn on the top and the guard around that, the metal on there. I think it looks pretty good, looks pretty scale. We've only got the one Sharky's Garage on there. These were a pain in the bottom as well, but I think that looks pretty good. You can see here the problems I had with these stickers, and it's just, yeah, the vinyl transfer on them is just, yes. Anyway, so I haven't put the battery in yet. That'll be the next thing, and then we will test it on here, just move that about, then I'll fill up the sink and do that. I am hoping to get hold of a tough tray. And because this has got such a low draft to it, it should float, and I should be able to run it in that, because obviously we've got a hose pipe ban at the minute, so I cannot fill up the paddling pool outside and give it a test there before we go to Wicksteed. And I'd like to run it in some water before the end of this video. So I'll come back to you in a few minutes with everything all powered up and we'll go from there. Right. Start off by turning this on, then we'll plug this in, making sure we've got it the right way over, then put that on there like that, make sure that's all pushed down, lock that away, that's all good. We should now all be good. See on there. Yeah, that seems to be working. And then if you can see on the back here, tip that up like that, you should be able to see the nozzle. You can see the nozzle steering. So that seems to be working. You can see in there. I can feel air coming out of the back, so I know that's working. So the next job is to get this into the water in the sink, see if it floats. Here is the boat. It only just fits in there. So you see proportional there. Just by turning it, just get it to turn around in there. I'm going to shoot it towards the vent, so make sure that the back end is in the water. It's got some power. But yes, I need a lot bigger space to do this because we can just about turn it around in here because it's a jet boat. But I think it's fantastic. I think it's a beautiful thing. I love the fact that it has a stand with it. It means that I can do things like put the stand up here, pull it up, and let it dry out. We'll do that and then we'll come back to the bench for the conclusions. If I find to get the tough tray, if I can get it, if I can then do another test, you'll see another piece of footage after this. If not, we'll be straight to the bench. so I have acquired one of these tough play trays. I have used a bucket to fill it up with water because of the hose pipe ban, but it does mean we now spin it around the other way. Got a better area. Whoop! And everything's falling apart. Oh! The top bits come out because it jumped over the side because I didn't glue that bit down. It's about to the bottom of the layer of what it can do now, but you can see it's got a lot of power. What I can also do now is if I then hold that there with this hand, you can see the power. It's about as low as it will go. So we need to have about 2 centimetres of water to run it. Right, back to the table for the conclusions. Right folks, so there it is. $38.99 for the Jetboat. It's on 1S. I think it's fantastic. I've got all the other bits and pieces out. So we've got the Canoeist, which is fairly scalish, but it's got twin on the back. We've got the Hovercraft, which doesn't look scale at all. We've got the Jetboat that's semi-scale, but it's a larger scale than this. But this is obviously the most scale, which is why I've put the time and energy into doing all of that. Thanks very much for watching. The next time you'll see this, this and this is probably when I go to Wicksteed. But that's it for today. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll catch you all again next time.